Hello, my name is Zach Gardner, and today I want to talk about the different features I used on DynaSCAPEs in Horticulture 120. The functions are model space, polylines, layers, figures, and plant labels. First, let's take a look into model space. Just like in AutoCAD, model space on DynaSCAPEs is where you put all your work in 2 dimensions. Also, when starting, model space is in a 1-to-1 scale, which means these are real-world dimensions. Templates can be used to efficiently draw over existing objects and lines, such as houses and other existing property lines. When beginning a new drawing, you need to select a print scale and sheet size so you know where to draw and know what it will look like when printed. A polyline is used to create lines and shapes. The line can then be adjusted using the grip edits when you select the line. This is known as a closed polyline. This closed polyline can create shapes with many sides and edges, but can only be closed when you click on the right side of the mouse. If not, the shape will then be deleted. A closed polyline is used to create closed areas for things like a hatch pattern. A hatch pattern is only used when inserted into a closed area or a closed shape. Just like in AutoCAD, DynaSCAPE layers are very important. But in DynaSCAPE, layers are pre-created. If you look on the left side of the screen, you'll see that there's a number of different things you can use for active layer. If it is highlighted blue, that is the current layer. These layers are given a predetermined color, and if you click on the button that says Edit Active List, the screen will pop up and you can change the name and also color. Where it says color, that is the color that is on the screen. And if you press color out, that is the color that will be printed. DynaSCAPE works differently than AutoCAD. AutoCAD, you have to get them from an external source and insert it into the drawing. DynaSCAPE has pre-made figures that are assigned to a layer. Once you find the figure that you are looking for, you will click and drag it out into the model space. Once on model space, you will have a series of left clicks to adjust the scale and orientation. Once that is all done, you will right click to insert the image. The plant label tool is very easy to use on DynaSCAPE. All you have to do is click on the plant list, and you can search whatever plant you want using the scientific or common name. Also, you can select a single plant, or you can use rows or groupings to make it easier. Once you have all your plants labeled and where you want them to be, you can then create a plant chart. This will number them for how many you have on the property and also break them up into shrubs, plants, and trees. Industry versus non-industry. Because DynaSCAPE is a landscaping-only software, many of the tools are specific just for landscape design, things like the plant list and plant chart. On the other hand, things like AutoCAD, that can be used for many different jobs. So they have very generic tools, just like the line and other shapes. AutoCAD and DynaSCAPE are similar, but have some differences. In DynaSCAPE, there is no paper space. There is only model space. So everything you put in is 1-to-1. In AutoCAD, you have a model space, then you have the paper space. In the model space on AutoCAD, it's 1-to-1, just like it is in DynaSCAPEs, but then you'll need to scale everything to fit in the paper space. They both have similarities with tools just like the line, poly, and other shapes, but also they have similarities with the layers. The only difference with the layers is that DynaSCAPE has pre-made layers and pre-made colors for each layer. In AutoCAD, everything has to be hand done. In Horticulture 120, I've learned to use many different softwares. In DynaSCAPE, model space is definitely unique. Everything is done 1-to-1, and templates can be inserted to effectively draw lines in different existing objects. Polylines can be used to create curved lines and straight lines, and also many different shapes. Shapes then can be inserted with a hatch pattern. Layers in DynaSCAPE are unique in the way that they are pre-made. Each layer will be named and have their different purpose, such as house layer, property layer, and so on. Figures in DynaSCAPE are pre-made, and there's many you can choose from. Once you choose a figure you are looking for, it is already assigned to a layer. Plant label is very easy to use in DynaSCAPE. You can search any plant using their common or scientific name. Then you can create a plant chart. Because DynaSCAPE is industry specific, there are many tools that are just for landscaping, while in AutoCAD there are generic tools that are used. There are some differences between DynaSCAPE and AutoCAD. AutoCAD, there's a model space and then a paper space. Paper space is used for your finished drawings, while in DynaSCAPE, there's only model space to do all your work. In model space on DynaSCAPE, there is no scaling. No scaling is needed. Everything is done one-to-one. While on AutoCAD, on model space, it is one-to-one, but once you bring it to paper space, you'll have to scale your drawings.